Good morning. I pray that your Tuesday was filled with spaces and places of joy, of peace, of happiness. You know, one of the truest statements I've ever heard is that hurting people hurt people. I'll repeat it again. Hurting people hurt people. And that's kind of understandable. You know, someone hurts you, and depending on how deep that wound is, depending on how deep that emotional hurt is, our first primitive instinctual response is to hurt them back, to get them back, to defend ourselves. You know, we see it all the time in the animal kingdom. You know, someone gets hurt or two animals are fighting and one draws blood and the other one kind of goes and then really rushes in to really defend, to really, take that other animal out. You know, and so I get it. I understand. I have had times in my life when I have been really hurt and I have lashed out and hurt some folks. Sometimes it's the people who deserve it, and sometimes it's the people who just happen to have gotten in my way. And no, I'm not proud of it, but again, that's a primitive response that comes from, let me get clinical, the reptilian part of our brain. But what I want to remind you is even though that's normal, even though there is a clinical reason why, but if you want to heal, if you want that wound or scar to heal, if you want to be on the path of healing and restoration, you will never get there if you continue to hurt other people simply because you've been hurt. There's no way of getting around it. The path of healing and restoration says, you know what? I am going to be intentional about healing the wound that was inflicted on me, healing what is hurting me so deeply. I'm going to be intentional about that thing. I'm going to journal about it. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to hold myself accountable, but I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to practice self-care. But the one thing I'm not going to do, because it will definitely not help, is I'm not going to hurt other people. And that's the message for today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk with you later. Remember, hurting people hurt people, but if you want to heal, you cannot heal by hurting others. Bye-bye.